What is up, Super Fam and Bro Vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be doing our watch party and review for episode, what is this, 22? I believe this is, no, episode 19, chapter, wait, season 3, episode 6, chapter 19. Yo, that's my bad. I'm tripping. Save that. Let's go episode 6. Yo, the show oh, wait. I don't have a light on. 1 second. Bam. There we go. The show has been amazing so far. I appreciate it so much. Like, Mandalorian does Star Wars right. I really haven't had too many gripes with this season. I have seen some people, of course, on the internet have their gripes, but, you know, that's always going to happen. And there ain't nothing we can do about that or them. But I've been enjoying it, and I hope that you guys have been enjoying The Mandalorian just as much as I have, because it's definitely been... It's been great, to say the least. It's been great. They've been doing a lot of things. Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, they need to go ahead and just run Star Wars, because they understand Star Wars. They do Star Wars right. And that's one thing that I just love so much about The Mandalorian is that it appreciates Star Wars lore. It appreciates the lore and the world building that has been done and hasn't been done yet, and they're doing right now. The Mandalorian does so much world building, it's really ridiculous how much it does. And what I love about The Mandalorian is that the show, not just the show, but the entire world of Star Wars feels lived in within the Mandalorian universe, right? Like, I've seen some people have issues and concerns that a lot of the stuff going on with Moff Gideon is happening off screen. But to me, I really love it. Because it means that the entire time we've been seeing all this other stuff transpire within the Star Wars universe that takes place at the same time, there was other shit going on. Like the same way the Mandalorians don't know anything, we don't know anything. Because we're following the part of the journey that, kind of connects to where we're at. And the only reason we have seen these other parts of other people's journeys, the bad parts, and just for instance, that episode 3, I think it was, when we go to Coruscant and we're on Coruscant like the entire episode. The reason why that works so well to me, that episode works so well, is because that takes place during the entire time that it takes for Mando and Bo-Katan to go through hyperspace to get back to the home, to get back to that world that they were on, the Jurassic world, for a lack of better words. They just kept getting attacked. Like, that works so well for me because because shit's happening at all times, in the background, in the foreground, and both on every aspect. There's firing at all cylinders, no matter what's going on. Like, right now, we're seeing all this stuff happen, and then guess what? We saw Zeb randomly. We just randomly see Zeb in the last episode. And it's like, what the hell is Zeb doing here? It's because he's been doing things the entire time from the last time we saw him. Same as Ahsoka, same as Sabine, same as all these characters who we have not seen since the last time we saw them. I know that sounds redundant, but honestly, since the last time we saw these characters, we don't know what they've been up to. But now we do have, but the next time we see them, we know that they've been living their life. And they've been living their life. They've been doing things. They've been learning. They've been teaching. They've been trying to survive. And that is just so amazing to see. And it just makes it work. It just makes it work, bro. And that's one of the things that's just got me so reeled in within The Mandalorian, and the way that they're doing all of these things that connect back to Rebels. And then since they're connecting it to Rebels, it's going to be world building for the Ahsoka show. Very similar to what Marvel does, but in their own flavor. Star Wars creates a universe that is lived in completely, but each character has their own goals, their own thing that they want to do. Rebels really handled that perfectly. Every character that we got in Rebels, Zeb, Hera, Caleb, Sabine, even Chopper, everybody had their own thing that they were trying to get out of being a part of the rebels, their own thing that made them a rebel. Everyone had their own story, just like we all have our own stories. And Star Wars does a beautiful job of telling these stories of these characters to the point where, oh, you want to hear more about this story? Like, well, go pick up a book and you can figure out more about this. Or you can go watch Rebels and find out more about this big giant purple dude that just randomly came out of nowhere. And you're like, wait, who is he? Why is his CGI so freaking amazing? You know what I mean? Like, it's because he matters. It's because these characters matter. And I love it, yo. I just love it. I think they did a tremendous job with the last episode. I love, like, it was definitely I guess you can say I can't think of what it is, but it took me for a loop when, at the end of this show, I'm not going to lie, because the armor was, like, all the way with it. And it did seem like maybe we can't trust her, but maybe we can. And then that goes with, bro, too, you know, I can't think of his name, but Paz Vizsla, you know, he also was going really hard for the Mando. I mean, I know he just saved his son and all these things, right? But it just kind of, some things just felt a little bit off about the situation. And then we find out at the end that Moff Gideon has been freed by Mandalorians, supposedly because of that Beskar armor. I mean, it's not outside of the realm of possibility for that to happen. Like, we already know some Mandalorians sided with the Empire. We know some of the Mandalorians was rocking with Darth Maul for a while. Like, the Mandalorians have been wilding in the universe up until this point. So being able to see this different side of things and seeing them come back together, I'm all the way for it. And I saw a lot of people kind of complaining about Bo-Katan being the one that's doing it and thinking that, yo, what has she done to redeem herself to do this? But I think that's really all part of being a Mandalorian. Is like, the point is that she walks both paths, you know? So she can blend these houses together, period. And she was already trying to do it as well. So she's already gone out and talked to these people. When it comes to the Mandalorian, if he goes out and just tells people, "Oh yeah, come on, come here, let's talk," like, they're not gonna believe him. You know, they need a little bit more proof. So, like, I'm hoping that this week's episode isn't another, like, slight finesse and then we don't get to see anything really and we kind of go back to freaking Krypton or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that to happen at all, and I'll be honestly very upset if that does happen, but I don't think it will, just because of where we're at with the show right now. I think we're on a high tip. So I don't know if we're gonna be following Bo-Katan or if we're gonna be following Mando this episode, but I'm really down to follow both of them. You feel me? So, Remy says it's out. Alrighty, well, let's get into it. I am hyped, yo. Super excited for this episode. Episode 6, chapter 22. Man, I am so hyped right now. I don't know what's going to happen, but let's get it. The episode is 45 minutes, you guys. So we're in for a good show today. I am super pumped, and I hope you guys are too. I got some Takis right here. That's what I'm going to be crunching on, and it got me a little Sprite. If you guys don't have a snack, you know what? I think I know just what can help you. Shout out to Dom's Bomb Gourmet Popcorn, because the popcorn is always Dom Bomb and Gourmet. All right, y'all. You already know I cannot show the entirety of the episode from start to finito, but I can give y'all a little bit of the subtitles or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's all you can get. But we will press play simultaneously. Simultaneously means at the same damn time. So on 3, we will press play together so we can enjoy what is The Mandalorian Episode 6, Chapter 22. I don't see a title for it just yet, so, you know, it is what it is with that. But I am super excited, and I hope you guys are as well. All right, let's get it. Without further ado, I give you Jurassic Park. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's get it, baby. Rockabye, baby. Okay, this is turned down. Oh. Oh shit! This is the. Oh. As mercenaries, that's what I was talking about. Okay. This is a lot. Right. Let's go, baby. I am so ready right now. You guys are just now tuning in. We are 2 minutes and 13 seconds into Star Wars The Mandalorian. This is. So we basically, if you just skip the recap, you'll be at the same time as us. But I think that recap is actually very important. All right, here we go. Yo. Yo, what's happening right now? Okay. Okay. Are we about to see a Mandalorian? Oh, shit. Oh. That shit just said ship captain. No. Oh. My goodness. Yo. All right, so they're the ones that broke out Moff Gideon after all the shit they've been through. Nah, son. I love Star Wars when it's all weird and alien. Bo-Katan's homies went and turned into full blown baddie. They turned into guns for hire. Damn it. Okay, so we're with Bo-Katan. Ooh. Oh, we're all together. We are family. Mm. Uh-huh. Oh. Mm-hmm. This episode is about to be crazy. I feel it. The big toes are tingling. Okay, we're on the outer rim. Oh my goodness. Oh shit. Bruh, this show is so beautiful. Like, what the hell? The season is freaking breathtaking. Look at this. This is beautiful. Is that Jack Black? That's freaking. Yo. Is that Lizzo? Is that Jack Black and Lizzo? Nah, that's not Jack Black and Lizzo, right? Grogu is like, what the hell is... My man was like, yo, is that food? Uh-huh. Mm. She is a princess. Grogu is like, hey, yo. Oh, but we're getting all the little pieces. Jack Black and Lizzo in Star Wars. What? Yo, we cameos out the ass. Let's go, son. That's a really good question. Oh shit. Wally syndrome. Did they just leave Grogu with Homegirl? He still don't like droids, even though he got droids. Well, I mean, to be fair, they did switch on him. What time release episode? Episode's out right now. We're watching it. We're about 15 minutes in. Let's go, son! Let's go, son! I know this voice. Mm-hmm. My guy is just a regular old political ischemicness. Right. Episode is just fantastic so far. Bro, I can't believe they just left Grogu with Homegirl, bro. It just doesn't feel right. Cause I'm telling you, if the Mandalorians that are here helped get Moff Gideon out, he is there, and they is working for Moff Gideon. Bro took off running away. What the hell? Is the droid just looking out for his homie? Bruh, it's running away. I can't handle that. Bro's really running. Bro, the droid is booking it. This is so hilarious. I was going to say, who are we going to follow? Okay, that's awesome. We dealing with rebel droids? What the hell is happening right now? Yo, I love that they're giving droids like personality and this. My guy Mando be tripping, yo. Oh damn. Did I just start caring about droids even more than I already did? Because I've always cared so much about the droids. But damn. Like, what? Bro, I can't handle how the droid was running. That shit was hilarious. Damn. Excuse the hell out of me. From the Mandalorians? Hmm. Oh, shit. What the doc done did. God damn it. And I won't give up to you. What are you talking about? Oh, my guy Dooku. Thank you. I was like, are we gonna stand here and listen to this talk like, bro. Come on, G. Like, we. Oh, oh no, oh no. Grogu is really just rocking with them, chilling. Yo, little Grogu. He's definitely hiding Moff Gideon. Bruh, Jack Beezy has something to do easy. Ha! Sir Grogu! Sir Grogu the Small. It's getting spicy. Oh, they got a fleet. They got a fleet. Hell no, he don't. Oh shit, son! We're off to the funk immediately. Damn. Oh. Don't do it, Grogu. Damn. Damn. Oh, shit, son. Yo, they be thinking quick as shit, boy. Ooh. Bro with the locks over there was looking saucy. My man's never gave a fuck about the Darksaber ever. Come on, son. Is this what we doing right now? Come on, son. Come on, son. Is this how we rocking? Is this what we doing? Oh, bruh. Like, if this is all part of a finesse from Bo-Katan, she's legit the best finesser in the history of finesse. Come on, son. That was the episode directed by Bryce Dallas Howard. Let's go. Let's go. That was a solid episode, yo. I hella like that episode. I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, Star Wars is just so good when it's filled with aliens, when it's filled with mystery, droids, different planets, and this. Look at this world that they built up in one episode. I've never heard of this planet before. I don't know if anyone has heard of this planet before, but they did such a good job establishing all of these things that we know and don't know, and they just gave it to us so like it just weaves together perfectly. And having Jack Black and Lizzo in the episode was definitely something that I did not expect, but I definitely loved it. Not to mention the homie Christopher Lloyd, he definitely came through as well. I'm pretty sure I heard a couple of voices that also sounded very familiar from some of the droids and from one of the UG docs or whatever they're called. I'm pretty sure I heard some familiar voices amongst them and whatnot. So this episode was really awesome, bro, and I'm pretty sure people are going to have some issues with it, saying that it's filler, all this other shit that just is just like I it's ridiculous. But I love that in one episode we are basically going through an entire quest of a video game. We're not waiting for the entire season for something to transpire. Something has transpired in every single episode that we've seen, and every episode that we've seen has given us more and more on not just the Mandalorian culture, but also what's actually going on when it comes to the political side of Star Wars entirely. And I don't just mean that by the Mandalorians and all that type of stuff. I mean like legit with what's it called? With the New Republic, with all of these other things that we're getting, that we're getting introduced to, that we're finding out about, or at least finding more out about it. We're just getting more of these beautiful things, and they're not really drop feeding us little pieces. They're giving us giant things, one piece at a time, and then in the end it's gonna all come together and it's gonna be freaking incredible, of course. But for this time being, it's just like I love getting each piece of the puzzle week after week, but we're not even getting one piece. It's like the first week that we got, like the first episode, we got like all of the freaking corner pieces, you know what I mean, for the puzzle. And then the second week, we got all of the other edge pieces for the puzzle. And then it's just like slowly and slowly, we're getting all of these pieces and putting them in the spots that they go to build this new future, one that we already know about in the form of Star Wars, the sequel trilogy, of course. It's building up a lot of the stuff that we see there, giving us answers to the things that's going on there with the cloning, with the Emperor, with Palpatine, with all these other things. But it's also and letting us know how the Empire could have survived and turned into whatever it's called, the First Order or whatever. They're giving us all those pieces, but it's also giving us that other side that we don't know about things yet in the background. That's why we got the Purgle Whale. That's why we got all these little pieces, all these little things. Zeb, I almost called them Jebediah, but Zeb, that's why we got Zeb. That's why we're seeing all of these other things that are connecting to the other show, Bo-Katan even, like we're getting so many pieces that have came from all different aspects of the universe, and they're now putting them all together in one big beautiful masterpiece. And I think by the end of the show, we are going to be super excited and super just filled with just hype and joy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that Vox was Thrawn at first, and I was like, bro, they got Thrawn sitting in front of all these Mandalorians, son. I was like, it's about to get spicy. But I'm happy it wasn't Thrawn, because I want to see him in a completely different way. But I really just appreciate what they do with that. I just love all the things that they give us, finding out that there are still these separatists, and even finding out that Amnesty Act didn't just go to the Imperial people, but it also bled over to separatists as well. Everybody, like, it just, oh man, it's just stuff that we didn't know. It's things that we had no idea about. Well, I didn't have any idea about outside of this, because once we got to The Force Awakens, I believe that's the first one of the sequel trilogy, I was very confused a little bit as to what's going on in the universe, and we didn't get enough backstory as to how things came to be that way or anything like that. It's just, I have been every voice you have ever heard, and then it's like, okay, that's our explanation, I guess, then. But now we're getting all of this other all the other world building, all the other lore aspects that build up to what we already know. And that's one thing that baffles me from people, is it's like, you guys already know what the book end is in the future, right? So why are we not, why are we not focusing more on these stories, giving substance to what we know happens in the future, and then building up into the future beyond that as well, especially with Ahsoka coming in. You know, we're definitely going to see Hera, definitely going to see Chopper, Sabine. It's very possible that we see all of these things come into play more and more, and they didn't let us know. Like, I'm on the side of thinking that maybe those mercenaries didn't actually break out Moff Gideon, but it's possible that they did. But I think my theory last week was that the rebels broke out Moff Gideon. You know, I don't think they would, but at the same time, they wouldn't murder all of those people in there, so maybe not. But I would like it if it was like the rebels or something like that that broke Moff Gideon out in order to get to Thrawn. But once again, I just kind of canceled that theory out with saying, you know, all those people were dead in there. The rebels definitely wouldn't do that, so I guess I got to scratch that off the list. I'll see if I can tweak that some way to make that fit, but overall, I think I really appreciated this episode, and I appreciated all of the world building. That's one thing that I think people don't appreciate enough about Star Wars, and that's why it gets called filler so much, is because there's so much about Star Wars that people don't know, and even for the things that people do know, there's still a whole other side that we have no idea about. So while we're going from beat to beat in this new city, in this new planet with Jack Black and Lizzo as Lord and Lady of it, which I thought was awesome. And we're getting all of these different pieces that connect to this world. And then overall, it's like, okay, why are we spending all of our time on this world? It means nothing. Okay, this world directly connects to the Mandalorians. That, you know what I mean? Like, that's what that means. Like, this scenario that we're in is directly connected to that scenario, and there's only one way that we can get there, or not just get there, but it has to be understood by not just us nerds that know what the hell is going on, but also from the general audience point of view. That's why we got at the recap at the beginning of this episode. In my humble opinion, the recap for this episode should have been the recap for last season on The Mandalorian. You know what I mean? Like, that's how good that recap was. And I think we should get something more like that, you know? I think we should get something more like that. I definitely loved my guy, the Ukwalas. I don't know what they were called. I can't think of their name. But, you know, I have spoken. I love that. I love Din Djarin speaking in the manner that they speak in and utilizing that. Guess what? That comes from world building. Like, you know what I mean? If they didn't world build, if we didn't know that happened in the past, it would mean nothing to us now. But we do know about it because it was built up within the universe and the world. That's world building. That's lore. And that's what they're giving us right now. Also for the future of the Star Wars shit that we have yet to get into. Because I promise you, it's going to matter that my guy Grogu just got knighted. That's going to matter in the future for sure. Like, all of these little pieces that they're giving us, I have like no doubt in my mind that everything is going to matter in the future. The same way how Mandalorian has made everything that's ever happened in the Star Wars universe ever matter. Like, it's kind of insane the way that they've done that, but that's just a fact, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every second, every minute. Man, I swear that she can get it. Man, if you a bad bitch, put your hands up. Okay. I'm done. But yeah, bro, I love that episode. I definitely want to know what you guys thought about that in the comment section down below. Definitely give me your rating and all that good stuff. Let's jump into the chat and see how everybody else was feeling. That's how it ends. Damn. Yeah, for real. I felt the same way. I didn't feel the same way, to be honest. I was like, I wanted it to end that way. I liked it. Mando is not with any of the bullshit. That is a big fact. That was fun, but the first 2/3 was filler to have Bo-Katan take back the Darksaber and her throne. On that note, the later Clone War episodes did the same, and I am here for it. Yeah, and bro, like, I personally don't think it's filler. Like, I don't think we've seen one piece of filler in this season yet, to be completely honest. I think that filler is a word that gets used when we don't know what's happening next, right? Like, it's a word that is used to actually just say, I'm kind of confused as to why we went through all of that, instead of just, you know, but it's not that it's filler. It's just that it hasn't come to fruition yet. It's world building. It's background building. It's lore to more of the universe that we have yet to see. How many planets do we, you know, not how many planets, but they're on the outer rim. We know a lot about the outer rim, but we don't know a lot about the outer rim. So, you know, like, giving us all of that stuff, I'm liking it. I'm digging it, yo. I'm digging it. Love the season 1 callback as well. Yeah, for real. I have spoken. When that happened, I thought I started the wrong episode. LOL. I feel that. I was just grinning ear to ear. For real. It just felt so. It felt so awesome to see Mando being able to use everything that he has learned, but then at the same note, legit forget everything that he's learned, and then like treat the droids the way that he was treating them, right? Like on one hand, he's definitely come a long way, and then on the other hand, it's like, oh, he's literally regressing to the trauma that he knows when it comes to the droids and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I really love the duality that they've been giving Din Djarin with dealing with his personal feelings, but also trying to be, you know, a better person overall at the same time. The droid running away like a human and throwing stuff had me rolling. Legitimately, I was cracking up the whole time because bro was moving like that. Yo, the droid was trying to get out of there. Like he was trying to get up out of there. Like he was doing everything possible to be free. And it's so and I really enjoyed this episode for multiple reasons, a multitude of reasons, like so many reasons. I appreciated it. But what I really loved about it is how it made it humanized the droids more, right? Like when the bartender droid says the humans don't have long lifespans, they built us and it's the least that we can do for them. Like that gives a whole nother type of light that's shining on the droids than what we've really, you know, like we all feel this, we all kind of felt the way, we all had a connection to droids in the first place, is what I'm trying to say. Like everybody that watches Star Wars, it's impossible to not get connected to some of the droids. Chopper, R2, C-3PO, BB-8, you know what I mean? It's hard not to get connected to some droids, but this hit home a little bit more, letting us know like, yo, the droids don't think that they aren't slaves to us, you feel me? They're helping us because they know we only gonna be around for like 80 to 100 years max, you know what I'm saying, on a good day, you know what I mean? Like, so they like, hey, bruh, you know, let's just help them out because they basically hopeless without us. That is an amazing thing to see and know about droids because it builds up so much more of Star Wars, of the Star Wars universe, especially for those people who may not read books, watch some of the animated shows, all these other things, to know about all of this other, all of this lovely lore world building that we've gotten throughout the years when it comes to the droids, right? But this like I said, it puts a nice bow. Mando puts a nice bow on every piece of lore and world building that comes from Star Wars. And when you're dealing with a universe that is legit, like created from every atom of what the universe is, it's not like there's like, even if there is an Earth somewhere, they don't go to that thing. You know what I mean? Like every part of the universe is created. It's from someone's. You feel me? So in order to portray the world and portray these universes, you can't just slap people into these universes and not let them know anything about what's going on. You got to be able to build up these things, especially with how episodes work. You got to have a build up, you know, like filler and is not build up, you know, like like watch anime if you want to know what filler is. Like anime will let you know what filler is all the way. Like for sure. Because I'm already knowing the internet's about to be torn off of this episode, calling it filler, saying it wasn't eventful, because for some reason everyone wants is action. I'm not one of those people. I agree with what Antoine said as well. The later episodes of Clone Wars did something very similar because they were building up the world of what was going on within the Clone Wars. Like, and of course it's animation, so filler in animation is definitely going to be filler. That some of those episodes are definitely filler. I can agree with that. But this we have really not seen anything of filler yet. We can only know it is filler once the season has not even just the season, but all of this stuff has come, because that's what they've done. They've called back to other things that have happened and made it matter. Other things that have happened in Mandalorian has mattered every step of the way to where we are now. And I love it. And I am all for Bo-Katan having the Darksaber back. And I'm pretty sure this has always been the plan. I don't think this is something that was just thought of, honestly, especially with how bad Din Djarin was handling the Darksaber from the start. Like, he never was handling the Darksaber correctly because he had no connection to it, honestly. Like, we know how the Darksaber works from Rebels when Sabine had it, and she was taught how to use it by Caleb Doom. Like, you have to have some type of, like, it's deeper than just being brute strength. It's an emotional connection, a mental connection. It's being one with the Force, for a lack of better words, or whatever the Force means to that specific religion, I guess, you know. And I think that all of the things that we have seen have done a really good job of building it up and letting us know, like, yo, the future of Star Wars is bright, and it's about to go crazy. Lizzo needs more acting classes. She was a little stiff. I think it was all the shit she had on, to be completely honest. And come on, son. You're with the legend Jack Black. You feel me? You're like, imagine not being an actor like that, and then the first person that you act with is Jack Black. Like in your first 5 appearances of acting with people, you acting with Jack Black. I'd be nervous as hell. You feel me? I would be nervous as hell. But I'm not gonna lie, I think she did a really good job at the part. And at first, I thought she was actually the lady that plays the dwarf from the Lord of the Rings. That's who I thought she was initially. I was like, oh, okay, this is a home. You know, this is I was from a distance before we got up on her. I was like, yo, it's good to see. And I was like, yo, that's freaking Jack Black. Like, I was like, but it's good to see her in something else other than the Lord of the Rings, because I'm pretty sure that shit's gonna flop. So I was like, oh, that's cool. And then what do we see? You know what I mean? Blah. We get, it's Lizzo. I was like, yo, this is Lizzo. And I loved her little connection with Grogu. I loved all that stuff. She definitely didn't do a great job. Like, I'm not gonna say she did a great job, but she did do a great job for not being an actor, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, compared to a real actor, no, she did not do good. Or she didn't do great, she did good. But compared to some of these other singers that try to be actors, she definitely did a lot better than them, you know what I'm saying? Like, Beyonce can't act, like, period. J-Lo, barely. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know? Like, I liked it. It was a fun episode, and then got more intense at the end. Yeah, and I think that's what Star Wars should always be. Mike Davis. I didn't even think about how she actually earned the saber. What do you mean? But now it makes perfect sense. He lost it. She won it back. Yeah, no, exactly. It was on the ground. And if you guys were here for that watch party and review, that's exactly what I was saying. I was like, why did she give it back? I was like, she should just keep it. He lost it. When that shit happened, he lost the Darksaber. It went out of his possession. If he would have died and she came and picked it up, they wasn't going to be like, oh my God, you didn't win that in combat. Like, nah, son, if anybody wanted from her, now they got to beat her up for it. He just picked it up because it was right there. He didn't even take it. It rightfully belonged to her. And as I've seen some other people say, they want to see like Bo-Katan, Din Djarin, Paz Vizsla, maybe even the armor, all like throwing the Darksaber back and forth and using it together and like, here, here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. We have all the pieces, yo. This season is all about bringing the Mandalorian back, and I'm all for that. Yeah, that was lit how Mando knew exactly what he was going to say. He was like, well, technically. Yo, it was like he's been waiting for this moment. And he never, and Din Djarin never wanted the Darksaber from day one, yo. From day one. The moment he picked it up after whooping Moff Gideon's ass, he didn't want it then. He never wanted it. He never cared. So he was like, whatever. You feel me? Here, take it back. And she was like, nope, I can't have it. So he was forced to have the Darksaber. It didn't even choose him. It was forced upon him. You know what I mean? Like, come on, son. Star Wars is getting so spicy right now, and I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I can't wait for Ahsoka, bro. I can't wait for Ahsoka. Ahsoka is about to be so peak that I might freaking faint every week. Every week of Ahsoka, I might pass out. Like, y'all might just tune in and I'll be in a chair like this. Because it's just incredible, man. It's just incredible. I agree, but I don't know the Star Wars universe. And when the droid said that, it made me feel like, oh, they really care. Yeah, exactly. And that's what, yes, completely. When the droid said that, it was like, damn. And then all the droids was like, you feel me? Like, bro, that's like the vibe is Star Wars Like, man, the vibe of Star Wars is that. It is the fun. It is the whimsical. It is, I feel like my time is being wasted until I watch the last episode and then I realize, holy shit, that's connected to this, that, and that. It's because that's what Star Wars has always been. And we can't lose sight of that, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot lose sight of the space opera part. Like, that do you know how cheesy operas are? They cheesy as hell, but people love them. Star Wars is always meant to be, it's always meant to be cheesy, but not just cheesy. A special Gouda Parmesan high quality cheese, man. Like, it's a high quality cheese. It's not like, oh my God, this is cheesy as hell. Like, there's people walking around in puppet costumes, son. This shit's cheesy, but it's awesome. And it's awesome as hell. And as soon as people start taking it too seriously, you lose the magic of Star Wars, period. Like, you lose the magic of Star Wars once you start taking shit seriously. Because then it's like, well, shit can't explode in space and all that. It's like, yeah, no shit. No shit. We know that already. Like, we're here to have fun, watch some dope sci-fi content, and nerd the hell out. That's what it's all about. Don't lose sight of the nerd in you trying to be a critic, y'all. That's all it's about. You feel me? Everyone wants to be a critic. Everybody stop being nerds. Bro, we nerds around here, baby. So that means we nerd out. So when something awesome happens, we appreciate it and we enjoy it. And if something is not awesome, we acknowledge that fact and just be like, all right, let's move on to the next thing, man. I don't want all my nerd content to be serious. If I wanted to watch serious shit 24/7, I would just watch Law and Order, my guy. All day long, I would just be watching Law and Order all the time. I don't want to watch Law and Order all the time. I want to see some dope ass. I want to see some dope ass things happening. I want a good story. I want amazing world building and lore, and that is every box that it checks off. Like, Star Wars checks off those boxes. If the lore is handled improperly, if shit is trash, we say that. Kenobi, trash. But the Kai Patterson cut, freaking amazing. But even though Kenobi was trash, we got some of the dopest things of Darth Vader ever from Kenobi. Like, my guy pulled that whole freighter down out the sky when he broke the lightsaber in half, threw it to Reva. Like, bro, all of that shit is awesome. And that's what we need to just be like, okay, this shit is dope, bro. Like, so you think I care about the terrible acting from Reva when my guy Darth Vader is pulling spaceships out of the sky? I don't give a damn. Bro, that's all I care about. It's Darth Vader pulling that spaceship out the sky because it was dope. But don't get me wrong, it still affects the rest of the show when it doesn't match the amazing action scenes that they, I guess, bank on in order to sell the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, but bro, like, Star Wars does it beautifully. We get to go into it. We get to feel all this whimsical, magical things. Like, we saw like 4 human beings in this episode, and that was Din Djarin, Bo-Katan, Lizzo, Jack Black, and of course the homie Doc. Come on, man. Like, those was the only humans we saw in the whole episode. And that's how Star Wars should be. We should see a whole bunch of aliens and droids everywhere we look. You know, that was one of my gripes with Andor. As amazing as Andor was, I didn't even mind how serious it was, but it lacked the magic that Star Wars is built on. You know, like, we had like 3 episodes that actually had aliens in them. Everything else was just all humans. That's fine, you know, but it's not fine because this is a galaxy of everyone. And I don't know if we've ever really been to a planet where ain't no aliens there at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that they don't exist. It's just like, come on, son, give us a little bit more. But also, guess what? The Empire don't like aliens. So that makes sense. Like, so we keep getting back to everything making sense because if you know the lore, if you know the world building that they've used and done, it makes everything so much better. And that is why I have been appreciating and enjoying Mandalorian so much week after week. And that's why I will continue to enjoy Mandalorian and Ahsoka, the Acolyte, and Marvel stuff. Even the stuff that DC drops. It's because I'm a nerd. And I'm going to nerd the fuck out whenever I want to. And, you know, like, am I going to be like, oh, man, that was an ass story. But, man, the action scenes were amazing. Yes, I will say that. And that's okay. It's all okay. Everything is subjective. So, But I think at some point, like I said earlier, yo, people just lose sight of that nerd and start becoming a critic instead. And that's when the magic is lost. I've seen it happen to YouTubers that I watch and I enjoy to watch before. They just get so deep into being a critic and critiquing things and giving their opinions and on things that they lose sight of the magic that is being a nerd, yo. Like, being a nerd is suspending the realm of possibility and all these things and being able to just appreciate, accept, and imagine whatever it is that is in front of you. And I think that magic is getting lost more and more, and it's up to us nerds that are really nerds to bring that back and really appreciate the shit that we're watching and the things that are coming out, even though it's like, oh man, yo, the CG, you know, because then we got to start getting too serious about things. Now we got to start taking shit way more serious than it needs to be taken, you know, like. And I just don't want I just don't want that for all of the nerd content. You know what I mean? I don't want everything nerdy to just turn into, this isn't what I want it to be because of XYZ. And then that's just it. It's one thing if we're just giving our opinions and things along that line, but there's just so much hate coming for the nerd scene, man, and we got to get it back. We got to get it out of here because we're here to nerd out. And appreciate that we saw Zeb last week, and appreciate that Jack Black is in freaking Star Wars now. Like, we can't let's just appreciate that Jack Black and motherfucking Doc are in Star Wars now. Like, come on, son. Like, what's not to be ecstatic about with that, bro? I don't know, man. I don't know. You don't think these actors are super juiced? Like, Jack Black is pumped he got to be in Star Wars, I promise you. Lizzo weird ass is probably pumped she got to be in Star Wars, because Lizzo is a nerd. She hella weird, but she cool. Like, and I think all of that is awesome. And I think more people should get all of the love and everything. I love Din Djarin in this episode. I love his regression in a way. To be completely honest, the regression of Din Djarin was awesome to me, because it just let us know that, yeah, he's been dope as hell these last couple of episodes, but he's not a completely different person. He doesn't like androids. He doesn't like droids, yo. He does not with droids. Like, the droids gotta go when he come into the room. You know what I mean? But I think one thing that Star Wars and Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, and all the directors of these past episodes, what they've done really well is keep a certain level of mystery in front of our eyes, to where we really don't know what the hell is going on. Because we don't. We have no clue what's going to happen. That we don't know where Moff Gideon is. That's by design. We don't know what's going on with the Mandalorians. That's by design. Like, all of these things are just about to start bleeding into each other, and I am happy. I'm happy about it. I think everything is about to be super dope. I think everyone is about to be ready. And I'm super ready for everything to come. I'm really hoping that in these last two episodes, we get to see Ahsoka and Sabine at the very least. At the very least, Sabine. I would love to see Sabine in this, but I doubt it. But at the same time, I never thought I was going to see Jack Black and Lizzo playing a married couple. You feel me? With a homeboy, with Doc, you know, as the head of droid maintenance. I could have never fathomed what we just saw in this episode, and that's why I love it. I could have never thought this up in my life. I could have never thought this was what we were going to get from this episode. And I think that's awesome. I love it. I love the finesse. I love the finesse that's not a finesse, because it's like, hey, we actually have to do this thing in order to get this done. And instead of it being the entire season full of that, it's every episode. And that is what it should be. That's what it should be. It's so damn good the way they do it, because it's like, okay, usually we'll take an entire season of however many episodes. It would have took us forever to get to Mandalore, to actual Mandalore, and have Din Djarin actually bathe in the waters. But that was a mini quest in itself. And then another quest, and then another quest, and then a lot of amazing small quests that once you get to the end of the journey, you're like, each one of these quests actually got us to where we are. We're playing a goddamn game of D&D right now. Like, we are watching it take place because everything is leading to one another thing, and it's building up more and more and more and more. And I don't think it's ever going to stop building up, and this because this build up is going to go into Ahsoka, and then that shit's going to be amazing, bro. Like, just wait until we get that Ahsoka trailer. It's going to be peak, man. And once we start getting into Ahsoka, I promise you, can't nobody get me off of the high horse that I'm about to be on. I am going to be super nerd when Ahsoka comes out because I love Ahsoka. Ahsoka is peak. I love Rebels. Rebels is peak, and I think everything about that is going to be amazing. And that is Dave Filoni's baby. And Dave Filoni does Star Wars right. And you know who the hell else does Star Wars right? Bryce Dallas Howard does Star Wars right, my guy, because she goes crazy with the storytelling, man. I'm a sucker for storytelling, and that's what everybody forgets about is storytelling. You feel me? Storytelling is such an important piece. Storytelling, world building, and then comes everything else. And as long as you got at least storytelling and world building, you got me, baby. You got me, because I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. Whether it's all action, the entire thing, or it's all world building and lore, I'm here for it, baby. I would have loved this episode even if we didn't get that dope-ass fight at the end. Because that fight between Bo-Katan and Vox was fire. That fight was amazing. I loved the use of all of their tools as Mandalorians to fight up against each other. I love that. And he's like, yo, he's the one you should be fighting. There's no more Mandalorian blood that needs to be spilled. Yes, bro. Give me more. Give me more. Like, because I know people could be like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Bro, come on. We nerds out here, baby. We are nerds out here, baby. And that means that we like to nerd out. And I'm nerding. And I hope you guys are nerding too. I really want to know how you guys felt about this episode. If you guys are watching on the replay, let me know in the comment section down below by dropping let me see. If you're watching this on the replay and you have watched it to this point, then go ahead and drop a Sir Grogu in the chat to let us know that you was in there, because I love that Grogu got knighted. I'm telling you, that shit's gonna matter in the future. I don't care what anybody says. Grogu being a knight is definitely going to matter. There's no way it's not going to. I love Din Djarin and Bo-Katan being like husband and wife. That's basically what they are. They bicker like husband and wife. They do. And I'm not gonna lie, that's where I thought it was gonna go at the end, was like, but you do not have the blade. And I thought he was going to be like, but she can have the blade if she will also have my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought we were going to get into something like that. I don't know why, but that's the vibe that I've been waiting for them to get in some type of relationship of some kind. And I think it's going to happen. I think we're going to get them hooking up some type of way, because the vibes between Bo-Katan and Din Djarin have been there and electrifying, my G. And the moment Pedro Pascal's face comes out that helmet, it's going to be over. It's going to be done, dada. You know, unless he keep the helmet on. Because that'll be weird. Hey, but Paz Vizsla had to keep the helmet on when he was doing the do. He got a kid. You feel me? So, ain't no kissing. But, yo, that episode was amazing. I'll probably give that a solid. I'm like running through the whole episode in my head right now, trying to figure out what I actually want to give that as a rating. I'll give that a solid like 8.7. 8.7 to a 9.2. So I'll give it a solid 8.7 to a 9.3. That's kind of where I'm feeling right now. So I'll give it a solid like 8.8. I'll give that episode a solid 8.8. I really don't know what more I really wanted from that episode. That episode kind of gave me everything that I wanted, and it was goddamn beautiful. I might have to give it a 9 just off of the visuals. I'm not gonna lie. I will give it a 9 off of those beautiful visuals because I loved them. The visuals were amazing, bro. Like, they have spent the best, like, bruh. Like, it's ridiculous. The the night and day comparison of CGI when it comes to Star Wars and Marvel, but it's because of the thing that I say all the time. Marvel doesn't have their own in-house visual effects studio, and Star Wars legit does. Like, they do they shit themselves. So they know how they want things to look. They know what they want it to look like, and they do it well. Seeing Zeb look amazing makes me very irritated about how we got the Inquisitors looking from the Book of Boba Fett. But hey, what can you do? You feel me? Like, what can you do? I don't know. We're definitely going to see some more stuff popping off. The cameos were crazy in this episode for sure. I really loved that. I think the R2 and C3PO looking droids, I don't know why, but they stand out to me. They met them at, when they first arrived, and then they were the ones that were trying to leave the bar. I don't know what that means, but it means something. Legitimately, the next episode could be the entire battalion going back to Navarro and then making a battle plan on how to go to Mandalore and then going to Mandalore. Like, I don't, at this point, I have no idea. Like, we could see Bo-Katan riding the Mythosaur by the end of the season. Like, I have no clue what's going on, bro. Like, I just don't. I have no idea. And I love that. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I love that the Mandalorian is like the best main supporting character ever created in the history of main supporting characters, because let's be quite honest, the like, the Mandalorian is like a side character as the main character in a show. Like, he's and I don't understand it, but it works so well. Like, he helped Boba Fett, you know what I mean? Like, he's helping Bo-Katan now. He's helping everybody get to these roles and places where they need to be, and at the same time being his own main character, where that's like his whole purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they were all, hey, let's make a show where we can bring back all of this stuff and move forward the things. But how are we going to do it? Oh, we can just do it with The Mandalorian. Let's make The Mandalorian like, we want to make The Mandalorian the show that branches things together, so let's make The Mandalorian the person that branches things together. And I highly believe that was the thought process, and that is exactly what it is, and I appreciate every waking moment of it. I truly do. And I really hope that you guys are able to nerd out with me every single week, because we nerd out around here, and that's gonna be like one of the new mottos is we nerd out around here, baby, because that's what the hell we do. Star Wars Celebration is happening very soon. I don't believe I don't know if it's this week or next week or the week after that, but Star Wars Celebration is coming soon. So we are about to get a shit ton of amazing Star Wars content and love just coming at us. And I am so friggin' ready for it. Like, I am so friggin' ready. Star Wars and The Mandalorian, like, I just need no more Boba Fett and Kenobi type of shows. Way more Mandalorian and Ahsoka. I know we don't have Ahsoka yet, but more of that. And Andor, let's be honest. Andor was pretty solid. It was just way too serious for Star Wars. But I loved it. But it was just way too serious, bro. Way too serious. Like, we never got these. Well, yeah, we did with the whole exhibit that Homeboy had. I liked it. I'm here for season 2 of Andor as well. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to act like I'm like, oh, man, I didn't like. No, I liked that shit. It was dope as hell. Skarsgård was amazing. Like, Star Wars just does things right when they want to, but it needs to be a consistent thing. So we got to get Kathleen Kennedy the hell out of there, and we got to get Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau the hell in. And it's unfortunate because guys like Dave Favreau, so guys like Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they really don't want those big roles, executive things. They want to be the creators. They want to nerd out. They want to be the nerds. It's just, you got to let people be nerds. Like, and that's what the issue is with people and with these companies. People can't just let their nerd be a nerd, and these companies can't let these people just be nerds and do what the hell a nerd would want to see. Like, you don't think a nerd knows what nerds want? They do. That's why the MCU was amazing. That's why all these different things that people love, they love, is because it's what happens when you let nerds be creatively free with what they do, right? Like, hey, yeah, all right, Kevin Feige, do whatever the hell you want. Here's the Infinity Saga masterpiece. You know what I mean? Like, all right, Dave Filoni, do whatever you want. All right, here's some of the best Star Wars content you're ever gonna get, but it's all gonna be in animation. Like, it's just what happens sometimes, son. And I'm ready for it though. Like, Ahsoka is what we need. We need every person in the world to show up and watch Ahsoka. That needs to break records for Disney Plus. We got to show up and show out for Ahsoka because, that is what's going to like really bring Star Wars to that next level is the Ahsoka show. Because Ahsoka is going to build up the future of Star Wars in a crazy way. And I don't know if you guys know, I've said it a couple times, but Ahsoka is basically supposed to be building up another part of the galaxy where magic is looked at the way that Force is looked at. Their Force is the magic, is basically magic. It's this part of the galaxy where the witches of Dathomir hail from, and that is also the side of the galaxy where Thrawn and Ezra were teleported to by the Purgle whales at the end of Rebels. We will be building up that entire part of the galaxy and stuff, and I have no doubt in my mind that will be the future of Star Wars in its own way. Is we will have almost like a Elseworlds, but it will be Else galaxies, and it'll be different galaxies and how they utilize the Star Wars stuff and that we know and love already. So I'm here for all of it. I'm super ready for every single part of it, and I hope you guys are too. I really hope you guys had a really good episode or had a good time watching today's episode and nerding out because you should. Don't let the critic kill the nerd inside of you. Okay. If you guys don't walk away with anything else, walk away with that. Do not let the critic kill your inner nerd. Don't let the inner critic kill the inner nerd. There we go. If you guys haven't already, make sure you drop a like and a share on the stream because it definitely helps out with everything that we do around these parts. If you aren't already, make sure you follow us on social media at Marvel Bros. Stay up to date with all the latest news, movie reviews, and content that we post every single day. And you can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all the latest thoughts, theories, and opinions that I have about whatever we talking about or partaking in at that particular time. With all that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for vibing out with me today. I truly hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And as I always say, don't forget to stay awesome, stay nerdy, and stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.
On today's pop culture news update.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, my bad, y'all. I did not see any of these comments, so I'm gonna be here for a little while longer because my shit was tripping and it showed none of these comments that I see right now. So I'm gonna just read some of these comments off real quick. Comments off real quick, bro, and we're gonna get into it. All right, that's definitely my bad because I did not see any of these comments. So we're gonna start from the jump. Okay. Dim Jaren is simping for Bo, but if it reunites the people, I guess it was okay. Lizzo is an embarrassment in anything she does. Lord, I hope she gets played out soon. J-Lo was great in Shotgun Wedding. Yeah, bro was tripping. Ahsoka better be fired. They better keep the Obi-Wan Boba Fett writers far, far away from Rebels Season 5, a.k.a. Ahsoka. I definitely agree with that. That's 100% true, bro. That's 100% true. I'm so sorry I didn't see any of these comments, you guys. I don't know what was going on. Like, I didn't see none of these things. Like, there's so many comments right here, so I'm just going to go through them. My question, why weren't the battle droids that nimble and agile in the prequels? I really think that has to do with them being under that rule that they had. You know what I mean? I think it's because of that Imperial rule or whatever the case may be, you know, like I think that's what like the programming that they had is the cause of that. I'm pretty sure. But, you know, who knows? Because, you know, I don't know. Where can I see the Kenobi cut? You kind of just have to look for it on the internet. I know it's gotten taken down. I think I might have a copy of it somewhere. Actually, I do have a copy of it on my laptop. But bro, if you look for it, you'll definitely find you can find it for sure. Just put in Kai Patterson Kenobi cut or Kenobi Patterson cut. Yeah, one of those things, and you'll find it for sure. Enjoyed this and hope to get Moff next episode. Really not tripping off of Moff Gideon. I could honestly care less about Moff Gideon. I don't know why people are so hung up on my guy, to be honest. I could legit give 7 tits about Moff Gideon, bro. Like, the stuff that they've been giving us is so much better. Like, I really don't care about that at all. Variety? Yeah, for real. Tell us how you really feel, my guy. Oh, I got you. You ain't never got to worry about that, family. Hope to get more flashbacks of Best with Grogu, Migs, Boba, and Thrawn. Yeah, I'm okay with that, but you know, okay, I don't need it. You feel me? Howard should direct a Star Wars film. I definitely agree with that because she goes crazy, like she goes crazy. I think we're done with any more Grogu progression this season based off Filoni's latest comments, but yes, hopefully more flashbacks next season. Yeah, we're not really on the hype of getting Grogu like that main character status just yet. We're still doing a lot of world building. Hope Best comes. Oh, yeah. I hope the Best comes back sooner than later. I feel you. All this build-up for all these shows will definitely explain how Lando came in clutch with the galaxy to fight the Emperor. How Lando came in clutch. I think we're supposed to be getting like a Lando series or something too, aren't we? Like, because isn't Lando... I remember hearing something about that. And it was like, it's OG Lando. Like, it's old Lando, not young Lando. I don't know if that's still happening, though. That might have got canceled with all the other things that got canceled. Sir Grogu, what's up with the David Jacobo? I hope you appreciated the episode. Katie is still in the show this season? Nah, son, she ain't stealing nothing. It's getting handed to her, you feel me? I would not be surprised if we got a spinoff show starring Katie. I can't think of her last name. I would legit not be surprised if we got a spinoff show for her and, you know, it'd be about her. I wouldn't be surprised if the next season of The Mandalorian, we're following a whole bunch of Mandalorian stuff that's going on because it's called The Mandalorian. It's not called Din Djarin. You feel me? So I am so hyped for that. Dim jarring is wild. Like how you like. I don't know what's up with Twitch. I don't know why you saying dim jarring. But yeah, Din Djarin always missing the mark lately. My guy was tripping. Sir Grogu, yes sir. The blue C-3PO face when Mando and Bo-Katan pulled up, they was like, oh. They panned to him at the perfect time. Yeah, facts. Did you like the episode? I did, Brandon Lovely. I actually appreciated the episode so much, yo. Like I appreciated it so much. It was just really good. But I love this season of Mandalorian. Like after the just roller coaster ride of Book of Boba Fett, Kenobi, Andor, like all of those things were just so outside of Star Wars for me. Each one, even though I enjoyed each one for what it was, everything was so outside of the realm of Star Wars for me. It was insane how outside of the realm it was. Like I didn't even like I just was not there for it, bro. Like I loved it. The things that were awesome, it was hella dope, but it never had me feel like this is Star Wars. this is Star Wars. Like nothing gives me that feeling like the Mandalorian, Rebels, and Clone Wars do. Like those things give me a different type of vibe than I have ever felt when it comes to Star Wars. I'm not gonna lie to you. The movies do that for me. I'm not gonna like the movies are there, they have it, but Star Wars just feels so like it just kind of feels like Star Wars was built to be in show form rather than movie form, unfortunately, because I definitely want to see like it in the theaters, but it just feels like they can't get it right with the movies. So I'm all for more of this type of content. They need to bring in Stardust in season 2 for Andor and shorten the final second season leading up to Rogue One. Yeah, I feel that. I'm pretty hyped for Andor season 2, especially because there's 12 episodes if I'm not mistaken, and then every 3 episodes we're like going into the future more, leading up until then or whatever. It's like every 3 episodes is like a year or something like that. It's like every 3 episodes takes place within a year, so we get closer and closer to that point because the first season of Andor is 5 years before Rogue One, and then each one of those seasons is going to, progressively get closer and closer to it. The Star Wars critics want us to hate the show. The Star Wars critic, the critics want everyone to hate nerd content, period. Like, I don't know if people have seen that, but the critics do not want nerds winning anymore. They want the old, like they want regular movies back type shit. You know what I mean? They want more of the regular action, not the superhero action. Like the critics are trying to kill the nerddom right now. Hell nah. We ain't doing none of that. Don't let them try to get you to hate the show. Dude, I was in another live stream. It was just I think you're saying that they were just hating. I don't think you're saying that you was in another live stream just hating. But yeah, bro, people just be hating, bro. People hate because it's the thing to do now. The new wave is to hate and to like remember like when it was really cool to be a nerd and to like nerdy stuff? Like for the last like 5 to 10 years, it's been kind of like it's progressively gotten cooler and cooler to be a nerd and like to nerd out. Well, now it's cool to be a critic. You know what I mean? And people don't know how to critique without hate, which is really weird. So they just end up being in a cesspool of hatred because guess what? Them people ain't happy in their own lives in the first place. And I'm not trying to get all philosophical or nothing, but that's just a fact. The people that just be hating on everything, they're haters, period. They don't have fun in life. They're the type of people to go to a party and just stand in the corner, you know what I mean? Go to the club and just sit down and not dance at all, and then talk about people that is on the dance floor having fun and not caring about who's watching them. We don't care. We not rocking with those people. You know what I mean? We rocking with the people that are nerding out and love the stuff that they love and are not embarrassed in any way, shape, or form to portray that they love it and to portray that they nerd out. Bro, I could care less if people think it's crazy, it's ridiculous the way that I love stuff. I don't care because I do love it. I love this shit. I love being a nerd. It's like, I love it, bro. And I love absorbing more nerd content and being able to discuss and nerd out with other people that love nerd content. And that's just me. And if you a hater, that's just you. You know what I mean? But a lot of haters be in disguise acting like they're not haters, but they are. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Wish this live was going longer. Yo, that's my bad, Brandon. I definitely, like, I don't know what happened, but my entire system just, like, didn't give me any chats. And then right when I was, like, doing the ending and stuff, like, outro already done, I was about to press end. Like, I was about to literally press end stream. And then all of a sudden, like, 15 chats popped up at once. And I was like, oh, my God, what the hell is going on? That's crazy. Lando is getting made. Yes, sir. I can't wait for that. Lando is going to be lit. And I'm pretty sure that's Lando and Chewie because the homie Han Solo has died. So I'm down for that. I'm down for that, man. I'm down for the future of Star Wars completely. I just don't want the future of Star Wars to be the history of Star Wars, if you feel me. I'm tired of living in the past and getting more explanation about shit that's already happened, son. I want new stuff going on. You feel me? That's my biggest gripe with Star Wars is we're on a spinning wheel and and the wind and like we're not going forward at all. We're just spinning in a circle, but we're just spinning in a circle, and that circle just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. You feel me? And it's like, come on, son. Like, okay, let's move forward now. But I will say that they've been using this circle that's going deeper and deeper, deeper to build up the world and universe and galaxy that is Star Wars. And so when we do go forward, we don't have to just go forward with only the Jedi. Now we can go forward with the Mandalorian, other factions that believe in the Force and magic and things along the line. We'll be able to have more than just Sith and Jedi be the only thing that we can get out of Star Wars. And I'm actually really excited for that future. Like, really excited. What's up with the Evergreen? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody to the chat. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that was in here. Sorry that I did not read your chats in duly fashion because I'm usually on top of that type of stuff. Have no idea what happened. But yeah, yo, I appreciated this episode. Make sure you guys come back next week when we will be watching the Mandalorian's next episode for show. You guys have been amazing once again. Definitely jump into the Discord if you're not in the Discord so we can talk about this more and nerd out more. You already know we be in the, the Discord, like, we need more people in the Discord again to just get live and just to be talking and nerding out. Everybody be all timid and nervous to talk and stuff. We need some nerds in there, other than me, to talk and to go, to just be able to hold some conversations and talk about the nerdy things that are going on within the world. You feel me? I thought this dude was donezo. I leave and come back and he's still going. Yo, I missed like 15 chat messages, my G. Like, I read chat around here, I'm not one of the people where you got to send in $1 to get your chat read. I try to talk to you guys. I try to have open discussions with the chat around here. And so once I realized that I hadn't read any of the chats, I just I was like, okay, let's come back, read some of the chats, and get it going because, we nerds around here. And I know nerds love to nerd out and love to talk and love to listen to other nerds talking about nerd stuff so they can put in their input. So that's definitely my bad that I wasn't reading your guys' chats and whatnot. But I caught up to everything now, so I'm out of here for real this time. So, like I said the last time, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and stay marvelous. And don't forget to join the Discord.
If you guys would like to support Marv Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.